So I know it's been a while since I've done a review. Life and yeah. Anyways, I won't make any excuses. So today, though, to make up for it, I'm going to be doing 3 reviews. The first one will be on Jonathan Stroud's new Bartimaeus book. It's called The Ring of Solomon. And then I will be doing Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. And then There Is No Dog. If you're interested on skipping to either of these 2 reviews, just click on the book. And good. So, Jonathan Stroud's Ring of Solomon. I was really worried about this book because, much like Artemis Fowl, Jonathan Stroud's Bartimaeus novels were one of my childhood friends, and I just loved them very dearly. But, much like Artemis Fowl, he came out with a new book. However, I liked this one. I didn't like Artemis Fowl's new books at all. Fulfilled me the story the way I loved the characters and stuff. It just didn't do it for me. That said, I tried rereading Artemis Fowl the other month, and I couldn't even read the first book, so it could just be that I outgrew that series. I'm not sure. But this one is quite good. It's got the same witty, sarcastic character development in general. Bartimaeus, not so much. Other characters definitely have 2 sides. They're multidimensional, which is nice. Another character, main character who isn't so multidimensional, but she does a lot of learning and growing, so that's good. Plot-wise, not bad. It was pretty good. Kept me going. Yeah, that's about that for that one. Really great notes, just like in the original ones. Just insert the personality of Bartimaeus so well. They're just really add to the story. They're brilliant. So anyone who enjoyed the first 3 books will definitely like this one. It's gooder. Anyone interested in fantasy at all should probably read these ones. They're just terrific, really well done, good combination of character and plot, good character-driven story. It's just good. Well done. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. This book is actually really interesting. I first heard about it listening to the Vlogbrother channel. He was discussing his friend who had this. That or it was on Twitter by John Green. Not sure. Anyways, so this book was made by a guy who had all these old photographs. You can see some of them here. I'll show you. Yeah. Cool. And he took these old photographs and he wrote a story about them and just linked them together and made them a thing, and it's really good. The characters are main character anyways, and his family are mostly pretty archetypal. They're not that original. Yeah, most of the characters are pretty archetypal. But it's pretty good, and the plot's not bad. I mean, it's a bit predictable, but it was really fun, and I liked it. It's good brain junk food. And there will be another one coming out, and I'll get it. I liked this book. It was really neat, the good incorporation of photographs and literature. It's just well done. I liked it. People that should read this book, I'm not sure, actually. There's definitely a fantasy, sci-fi kind of layer to it, so if you despise those on all levels, then maybe not for you. But otherwise, yeah, anyone can read that book. There Is No Dog. There's a lot of controversy I find about this book, especially with the religious and Christian folk. And maybe not necessarily controversy as much as, I'm not sure whether I should read this book because I think it may offend me. Well, people who think they might be offended, this is my take on the book. It definitely has religious things in it, for sure. It mentions biblical things and how the world was created in 7 days and whatnot. But it's not meant to be taken seriously at all. There is nothing in this book that can be taken seriously except for the characterization, which is beautiful. The way she captures a lustful, greedy 17-year-old boy who has absolutely no wisdom or ambition, brilliant. Super well done. The characters are just great. Love it. But the story? I mean, the story's okay, but it's the characters that are good. And you can't take it seriously. If you take it seriously, then yeah, it might offend you. But taking it seriously would be ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Just don't do it. If you can't laugh at yourself at all, or your religion, then don't read this book. Because, yeah. But, yeah. Anyone else? Yeah, it's fun. It's a good book. For people that should read it, probably not a great adult book. It does mostly focus on teenage romance and that kind of thing. I mean, that's the central idea. But it really explores human nature, and I mean, godly nature, but it's exploring human nature, that's what it's doing. And relationships, and it's a fun. Yeah. That's another book that anyone could probably read. I was quite content with these reads, actually. These 3. I finished them, and I was like, yeah, it's good. Last 4 books or so that I've read are just brilliant. And I really did like the last 2, Miss Peregrine's and There Is No Dog. I mean, it's been a good reading month when you can say, Bertimus is the worst thing I've read. And it is, and it's good. So if you would like to go back and see any of the other reviews, you can go back to Bartimus Now. You can go back to Miss Peregrine's Now. Click. And you can go back to the beginning of There Is No Dog Now. Click. Okay, great. So that's that, really. The new books I'm reading, I will show you, because I'm excited. Just went to the store the other day, Chapters, and got them. I'm not sure whether you guys are in the States or whatnot have Chapters. Never saw it. Just Barnes & Nobles. We don't have that up here in Canada, which is kind of interesting. So the first book I'm going to be reading is Laurie Anderson's Winter Girls. Pretty excited about this. Back when I was in high school. Yeah, I know I still look like a high school kid, but I'm actually not. I read her Speak. It's really good. They're actually selling that one again. Probably because this book is pretty popular from what I gather. Anyways. So Winter Girls is about anorexia. And I think it's going to be fantastic. Then I got this one, which I'd never heard of before. It's called Sold. Apparently it's about a 13-year-old girl who gets sold by her parents into prostitution. So that looks pretty great too. It could be pretty depressing, but you know, I'm down for depressing. And then because after a book like Sold, you're going to be needing some, you know, potato chips for your brain, I got The Power of 6. Which is the next book in I Am Number 4. I liked that book when I read it. I mean, it was okay. And then the movie was but yeah, I got the next one, so whatever. Junk food. So if you would like to read along, and then you can post comments and things when these reviews come out, that would be fantastic. So I'm just going to repeat again so that you know which books are there. It's Laurie Anderson's Winter Girls, Patricia McCormick Sold, and Pacticus Lore's The Power of 6. And this has been a Nemo Reviews. Hope you enjoyed.